Hello everyone, my name is Tim Barnett and I'm a professional MMA fighter. I'm 27 years old and I fight out of the MMA Academy in Liverpool. I've been contacted by MMACTV to do a little piece on myself so I can give an insight into things that have helped me get to where I am in life. So where to start? First of all, I probably want to talk about the power of the positive mindset. That has more power on our lives than we could ever imagine. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the book The Secret, but that was one of the first books I read. Before that I read The Chimp Paradox, which was a book about how to control your emotional reaction to a situation, which is super important if you want to master peace in life, which is something that I've put at the top of the list of my priorities. When you've got inner peace, everything else just seems to fall into place, and it comes through being able to master your emotions and a positive outlook on life and mindset. Remember that we don't see the world the way it is, we see the world the way we are, and even our perception of ourselves is only very unique to us. If you think others see you how you see you, you're wrong. And when you figure this out, you get to the point of understanding that you've been causing a lot of your own suffering in life and it doesn't need to exist. You can completely let that go, but it definitely takes training of the mind. So training of the mind is something that I put up there with probably as much as training the physical, definitely. It's something that we all should do as people or as anyone trying to achieve a goal in life. I feel like the current system we live under holds us back from getting to where we want to be. The other day I was out and I was walking through the middle of an office block and I noticed a fire drill going on and grown men and women all standing outside in a line and in a queue. And it sparked this thought where it got me thinking to myself, that's just not right. We practice these things in school and then repeat these behaviours in work. And I mean, that is all the information that we receive in school is the opinion of somebody else, and it's not really learning, it's just what's thrown at us. So what we learn to do in school is repeat information, which fits perfectly in moving on to the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Now, there is a lot more out there to life than that, believe me. The world is an absolutely beautiful place when you train the mind to see it. If you picture looking through a different lens, you've got to train the mind to be able to do that with life. And it's all about raising the vibration of your body, believe it or not. It might sound a little bit hippie, but it's true. On a physical level, we are all atoms vibrating at a particular frequency. If I take a look at my hand now, it looks solid, but if I take a microscope to that, it's all small things moving and working together. So when you come to understand this, you realise that all our lives we've been kept on this low negative frequency of fear, and all you have to do is ask somebody to make a change in their lives and you'll see just how much fear that it takes. Remember that, and debt is another way that keeps us in the system. Once we get into debt and we owe people money, it's very hard to get out of this place because we then have that worry, how am I going to cope without this job? But once you take the risk, you will be rewarded. There's a great quote by Terence McKenna that says, when following your dreams, you must jump into the abyss and you will discover that it is a fine feather bed. And that is true, because when you put yourself out there, all these things start falling into place for you. All you've got to do is be brave enough to be yourself. And kind of that's all any of us want. A lot of us do it in various ways, and a lot of people do it through fighting as well, which maybe initially that is why I started, but I feel like my purpose within this sport now is much bigger than that. My intentions are to go out and to show the world what living really is and what life can be like when you have this mindset. And another massive part of that is diet. So I've lived a vegan lifestyle for a while now. I study how the ancient Kemet society used to eat and used to heal with herbs. There's a really interesting guy out there called Dr. Sebi who went to the Supreme Court and he won his case of curing diseases through natural food. And there's many inspirational people who I follow on Instagram. Shaka Bars is one of them, and these types of people are going and putting this information out there, this real information that we don't get told. we only get taught an agenda, and I want to stop that from happening. So I fight for a reason bigger than myself now, and I feel that this is what's going to take me to the top of this sport. Anyone I do fight, I try and understand them on an emotional level as to why they take part in this practice. What is in their life is missing that they need to go out and prove themselves. And when you figure that out, it becomes a lot easier to read and beat opponents. And a lot of the time it's suffering, and I think that's what a lot of people are going through. I'm going to keep doing these small video clips, so be sure to tune in. And I appreciate Lydia giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much, and peace out to you all.